Aloha, I'm Kiana, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, huge mahalo to Longs Drugs Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your nearest Longs Drugs for all your shopping needs. Two former state lawmakers are expected to plead guilty to allegations of bribery as part of a deal with the Department of Justice. Retired Senate Majority Leader Jamie Kalani English and former State Representative Ty J.K. Cullen are scheduled to enter guilty pleas next week. English and Cullen are accused of accepting bribes in exchange for steering and killing legislation to benefit a Honolulu cesspool and wastewater company. The bribery scheme lasted for at least 7 years, according to the Justice Department. They were charged with honest services wire fraud on Wednesday. English stepped down from his Senate seat in April, citing complications from COVID-19. Cullen resigned hours before the indictments were announced on Tuesday. Both could lose half of their pensions if convicted. The State Department of Health today reported 6 new coronavirus-related deaths and 1,195 new infections statewide. 3 of the latest fatalities were on Oahu and 3 were on Maui. No additional information about the deaths was made available. Hawaii has seen 229,531 infections and 1,239 COVID-related fatalities since the start of the pandemic. Health officials today reported 815 new cases on Oahu, 131 on Hawaii Island, 101 on Maui, 108 on Kauai, and 9 on Lanai. 31 Hawaii residents were diagnosed outside the state. The number of active coronavirus cases in Hawaii continues to decline. Officials today reported 17,107 cases that are considered to be active, down 1,158 from yesterday. Of all the confirmed infections in Hawaii, 5,807 have required hospitalization. 9 new hospitalizations were reported today. The Navy says that cameras at its Red Hill facility were not working when 2 fuel spills occurred last year. Hawaii Congressman Kahele told the Star-Advertiser Spotlight Hawaii that the facility is lined with surveillance cameras. During a recent tour of Red Hill, Kahele saw that 2 of the cameras were in locations that could have recorded fuel spills in May and November. Those spills are believed to have led to the contamination of a water system serving Joint Base Pearl Harbor-Hickam and surrounding neighborhoods. When he asked the Navy for footage, Kahele was told that the cameras have been out of service for over a year. The Navy said a cable that powered 44 of the 57 cameras was accidentally severed by a contractor and has not been fixed. There has been a surge in political pressure to shut down the Navy's Red Hill fuel facility since the drinking water system was contaminated in November. State lawmakers this week advanced a package of bills that would close Red Hill and place restrictions on future underground storage tanks. The State Department of Education wants a legislature to tackle a rise in the harassment of public school employees. Bills in the state Senate and House would make it a misdemeanor crime to harass, annoy, or alarm school workers. Interim Superintendent Keith Hayashi said the change is necessary to address a growing problem of threatening harassment by parents and the public. Hayashi said workers face constant badgering, name-calling, and persistent telephone calls. Some reports of aggravation stem from state COVID-19 measures. The bills would protect teachers, administrators, specialists, counselors, and other DOE employees, including those at public charter schools. They would also cover volunteers and contractors hired by the DOE. The legislation does not specify penalties, but misdemeanors in Hawaii generally carry a punishment of up to a year in jail and a maximum fine of $2,000. Dozens of cruise ships are scheduled to arrive at Hawaii ports in the coming months despite the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. Holland America Line's Koningsdam arrived in Honolulu yesterday from Santa Catalina, California, with 1,477 passengers on board. 3 more ships are scheduled to arrive after this month. Hawaii last month greeted its first cruise ship after a nearly 2-year hiatus and is ready to welcome more to revive its tourism industry. That is in spite of guidance from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, saying that cruise travel should be avoided. All cruise ship passengers and crew members arriving in Hawaii are subject to the Safe Travels program. The State Department of Transportation says any cruise ship entering Hawaii from the mainland must stop in Honolulu before visiting any neighbor islands. Only one ship will be allowed to call per port per day. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.